So to celebrate the full release of Avengers, I thought I would do a little review on the game since I pre-ordered it and played through all of the campaign. So we're going to get into it as quick as possible. Pretty much I'm making this video to help people decide if they actually want to commit to this game and buy it, because honestly, I feel like a lot of people will be looking at reviews for this game because there's been a lot of different opinions about it, and maybe this video could help a few people out. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to be completely honest. I'm going to try and not be biased. Obviously, it is the Avengers. I'm a big fan of the Avengers, but I will be truthful to this game and state what needs to be said. So yeah, the first thing we're going to talk about is glitches and bugs. Now, if you don't know what bugs are, pretty much it's just things in the game that just shouldn't be there, and they do need patching as soon as. Now, the beta was very buggy and glitchy, and I think that's why a lot of people had less faith in the game, and a lot of people was definitely concerned that there was this many bugs for the beta, since it was like 2 weeks till the release of the full game, and they've carried over. There's missions where I fell through the map, there's just people's faces just really deformed, people just stop moving and don't attack anything, and you know, AI is not perfect either. There's doors where you're meant to smash them down and get chests inside, but if you're not playing as like Hulk or Thor, you can't smash down the walls or the doors because the AI is just not smart enough to do that for you. So yeah, there's just certain things in the game that could easily just be cleaned up and made so the experience is better, but obviously we are waiting for a patch for that. Now, I hope they do it for the full release of the game, because it would make sense. They want good reviews and they don't want people hating the game because of bugs day one. So I would think that they're going to change the bugs in the game, but we don't know. But yeah, there's not really much else to say about glitches apart from the fact that there is glitches in the game, so be wary of that. Now, the second thing we're going to talk about is campaign. Now, this game was clearly made to be online, because the campaign just feels so, it just feels like there's no effort being put into this campaign. I really wanted to enjoy this campaign and see, you know, my favourite heroes go on missions, kick the shit out of people, and I wanted to be blown away by this game. You know, Spider-Man was so good, and I hoped that Avengers would follow on the theme of these good Marvel games. But unfortunately, the Avengers does fall short with a very short campaign, based really around Tony, Hulk and Kamala Khan. The rest are not really involved. And to be honest, I think the only reason the others are in it is so that you can unlock them to play online. It's just a really basic story, and it's that short you just can't get attached to the storyline or the characters. And yeah, I really wished that they focused on making this a campaign game and then adding online at a later date, because I feel like this game could have benefited a lot more from that. But yeah, there's also just random things in the storyline that just didn't need to happen or was overhyped in the trailer. There's a scene in the trailer where Hulk and Iron Man look like they're going to have a massive fight, and we get to the Chimera and they start fighting. Kamala's just stood there watching, and Hulk punches Iron Man on the floor a little bit. Iron Man gets a Hulkbuster arm, punches him off the Chimera, and you don't see anything else of that fight. Literally all that happens is that Hulk and Iron Man just eventually come back to the Chimera, say that they fought, say sorry, and it never gets brought up again. It had no relevance to the story, and it was just not needed. Personally, I would have liked to play as either one of the characters while they fought, but obviously they didn't do that. And just in general, the storyline just feels really quick and it just feels rushed. It feels like they just threw a storyline in there to make people buy the game, and then hopefully if people like campaign, they just go online and then spend loads of money on stuff online. Because to be honest, this game it just does feel like a bit of a cash grab. They are doing free DLC, but Square Enix saw the Avengers as a way to make a lot of money, and they're going to make a lot of money. And unfortunately, the game just doesn't live up to the money that you spend. Like I said, especially when you compare the game to Spider-Man, even God of War and just other campaign games, they just don't, they're on completely different levels. And to say that every Avengers in this game, that's disappointing. On top of that, there's just random things in story mode that just shouldn't happen. As on screen here, Abomination goes up to Talton, Talton lifts him up and chokes him, and I know it's to make Talton look stronger, but he just shouldn't be able to do that. It's Abomination. But yeah, there was a lot of hope for this game, and unfortunately it didn't deliver, but that is just my opinion. If I did have to rate this game, I would rate it a 5 out of 10, because even though the story mode was pretty bad and online's just very samey and repetitive and Destiny-like, I wasn't bored playing this game. I played it with hardly any effort, and it's just like a mind-numbing game. You're just playing it and not thinking anything of it. You know, there's loads of explosions, you're punching people, you feel cool for a while, and that's all this game is. It's just a pastime. But yeah, about the Destiny part, there is very similar features on this game that do represent Destiny, stuff like factions and certain people you can go up to buy gear off. It's a very Destiny feel. You know, Avengers, a lot of people wanted this game to be amazing. It's good, it's not the best, but it's not the worst. It's just, it floats in the middle, and personally I feel like this game had a lot more potential. Yeah, 5 out of 10, the official review for this game. If you guys are buying the game, let me know in the comments. And yeah, free DLC we have to look forward to at least, and that's about it really, but I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.